Elevator lift type of thing for the Ghost of Christmas Present.
How do you know that?
Well, I was like in a class, and you guys can be in classes too.
I can be in a class.
Yeah, it does say something right here.
Oh, it's like right here, right here.
See, so you can be in one of those classes, and you could
just write the original adaptation.
Yeah, like
the sets.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Sweet.
And then instead of a narrator, we're going to use film adaptations of A Christmas Carol to tell you what's going on.
We're gonna project it onto the walls or over the loudspeakers. We're gonna have Orson Welles broadcast, or so we'll have Lionel Barrymore and Orson Welles. It's gonna be really cool.
Okay, come on, guys.
Such a blatant advertisement.
think there must be something wrong with me, Linus. Christmas is coming, but I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel. I just don't understand Christmas, I guess. I like sending Christmas cards and getting presents and decorating trees and all that, but I'm still not happy. I always end up feeling depressed.
Charlie Brown, you're the only person I know that can take a wonderful season like Christmas and turn it into a problem. Maybe Lucy was right. And of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Thanks for the Christmas card you sent me, Violet.
I didn't send you a Christmas card, Charlie Brown.
Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it?
Try catching snowflakes with your tongue. It's fun.
Eat shut.
It's too early. I never eat December snowflakes. I always wait till January.
They look plenty ripe to me.
You think you're so smart with that blanket. What are you going to do with it when you grow up?
Maybe I'll turn it into a sport.
I think you have a customer.
May I help you?
I'm in sad shape.
Wait a minute. Before we begin, I must ask that you pay in advance. 5 cents, please. Boy, what a sound! How I love to hear that old money click. That beautiful sound of cold, hard cash. That beautiful, beautiful sound. Nickels, nickels, nickels. That beautiful sound of clinking nickels. All right, now, what seems to be your trouble?
I feel depressed. I know I should be happy, but I'm not.
As they say on TV, the mere fact that you realize you have a problem indicates that you're not too far gone. I think we better pinpoint your fears. If we can find out what you're afraid of, we can label it. Are you afraid of responsibility? If you are, you've hypendiophobia.
That's not quite it.
What about cats? If you're afraid of cats, you have ailurophagia.
Well, sort of, but I'm not sure.
Are you afraid of staircases? If you are, you have clinicophobia. Or maybe you have thalassophobia. This is fear of the ocean. Or jumperobia, which is fear of crossing bridges. Or maybe you have pantophobia. Do you think you have pantophobia?
What's pandophobia?
The fear of everything.
That's it! Actually, Lucy, my trouble is Christmas. I just don't understand it. Instead of feeling happy, I feel sort of let down.
You need involvement. You need to get involved in some real Christmas project. How would you like to be director of our Christmas play?
Me? You want me to be the director of a Christmas play?
Sure, Charlie Brown. We need a director. You need involvement. We've got musicians, a shepherd, animals, everyone you need. We've even got a Christmas Christmas queen.
But I don't know anything about directing a Christmas play.
That's all right. I'll be there to help. I'll meet you in the auditorium. Incidentally, I know how you feel about this whole Christmas business. Getting depressed and all that. Happens to me every year. I never get what I really want. I always get a lot of stupid toys or a bicycle or clothes or something like that.
What is it you want?
Real estate.
What's going on here? What's this? Find the true meaning of Christmas. Win money, money, money. Spectacular, super colossal neighborhood Christmas lights and display contest. Lights and display contest? Oh no, my own dog on commercial. I can't stand it.
I've been looking for you, big brother. Good of you. Please write a letter to Santa Claus for me.
Well, I don't have much time. I'm supposed to go to the school auditorium and direct a Christmas play.
You write it, and I will tell you what to say.
Okay, shoot.
Dear Santa Claus, how have you been? Did you have a nice summer? How is your wife? I've been extra good this year, so I have a long list.
Oh, brother.
Please note the size and color of each item and send as many as possible. If it seems too complicated, take it easy on yourself. Just send money. How about 10s and 20s?
10s and 20s? Oh, even my baby sister.
All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
All right, quiet everyone. Our director will be here any minute and we'll start rehearsal.
Director? What director?
Charlie Brown.
Oh no, I don't. This is gonna be the worst Christmas play ever.
All right, here it comes. Attention everyone. Here's our director.
Man's best friend. Well, it's real good seeing you all here. As you know, we're going to put on the Christmas play. Due to the shortage of time, we'll get right down to work. One of the first things to ensure a good performance is strict attention to the director. I'll keep my directions simple. If I point to the right, it means focus attention, stage right. If I make a slashing motion across my throat, it means cut the scene short. If I make a revolving motion with my hand, it means pick up the tempo. If I spread my hands apart, it means slow down. It's the spirit of the actors that counts, the interest they show in their director. Am I right? I said, am I right? Stop the music! Now look, we're going to do this play, and we're going to do it right. Lucy, get those costumes and scripts and start passing them out. Now the script girl will be handing you your parts.
You're the innkeeper's wife.
Did the innkeeper's wife have natural curly hair?
Pigpen, you're the innkeeper.
In spite of my outward appearance, I will try to run a neat inn.
Shermy, you're a shepherd.
Every Christmas is the same. I always end up playing as shepherd.
Snoopy, you'll have to be all the animals in our Christmas play. Can you be a sheep?
Bah.
How about a cow? How about a penguin? Yes, he's even a good penguin. No! Listen, all of you. You've got to take direction. You've got to have discipline, and you've got to have respect for your director. I ought to slug you. Oh, I've been kissed by a dog. I've got dog germs. Get some hot water. Get some disinfectant. Get some iodine.
All right, script
can't memorize these lines so quickly. This is ridiculous.
Memorize and be ready to recite when your cue comes.
I can't memorize these lines so quickly. Why should I be put through such agony? Give me one good reason why I should memorize these lines.
Oh, you 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those are good reasons. Not only is Christmas becoming too commercial, it's becoming too dangerous.
Get rid of that stupid blanket. What's a Christmas shepherd gonna look like holding a stupid blanket like that?
Well, this is one Christmas shepherd who's going to keep his trusty blanket with him. You wouldn't hurt an innocent shepherd, would you?
Okay, Mr. Director, the cast is set. Take over.
All right, let's have it quiet. Places. Schroeder, set the mood for the first scene. No! Stop! Cut! Look, let's rehearse the scene at the end.
I can't go on. There's too much dust. It's taking off the curl out of my head through the air.
Don't think of it as dust. Think of it as maybe the soil of some great past civilization. Maybe the soil of ancient Babylon. It staggers the imagination. He may be carrying dust that was trod upon by Solomon or even Nebuchadnezzar.
Makes you kind of want to treat me with a little bit more respect, doesn't it?
Just look at yourself. You're an absolute mess.
On the contrary, I didn't think I looked that bad. Good.
What do you want her for?
She's going to be your wife.
Good grief.
Isn't he the cutest thing? He has the nicest sense of humor.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
Lunch break? Look, we've no time for foolishness. We've got to get on with our play.
That's right. What about my part? What about the Christmas Queen? Are you gonna let all this beauty go to waste? You do think I'm beautiful, don't you, Charlie Brown? You didn't answer me right away. You had to think about it first. If you really thought I was beautiful, you would have spoken right up. I know when I've been insulted. I know when I've been insulted.
Good grief. All right, let's take it from the top. Places. Action.
Charlie Brown, is this a great play?
That does it! Now look, if we're ever to get this play off the ground, you've got to have some cooperation.
What's the matter, Charlie Brown? Don't you think it's great?
It's all wrong.
Look, Charlie, let's face it. We all know Christmas is a big commercial racket. It's run by an Eastern syndicate, you know.
Well, this is one Christmas play that's not going to be commercial.
Look, Charlie Brown, what do you want?
The proper mood. We need a Christmas tree.
Hey, perhaps a tree. A great, big, shiny, aluminum Christmas tree. That's it, Charlie Brown. You get the tree. I'll handle this crowd.
Okay, I'll take Linus with me. The rest of you practice your lines.
Get the biggest aluminum tree you can find, Charlie Brown. Maybe painted pink. Yeah, do something right for a change, Charlie Brown.
I don't know, Linus. I just don't know. Well, I guess we better concentrate on finding a nice Christmas tree.
I suggest you try those searchlights, Charlie Brown. Tong, tong. All these artificial trees sure be Christmas close to a person.
Besides, I think it needs me.
Here's the music that I selected for the Christmas cake.
What kind of Christmas music is that?
Beethoven's Christmas music.
What's Beethoven got to do with Christmas? Everyone says how great Beethoven was. Beethoven wasn't so great.
What do you mean Beethoven wasn't so great?
He never got his picture on bubblegum cards, did he? Have you ever seen his picture on bubblegum cards before? How can you say someone's great who's never had his picture on bubblegum cards?
Good.
Say, by the way, can you play Jingle Bells? No, I mean Jingle Bells. You know, deck them halls and all that stuff. No, you don't get it at all. I mean Jingle Bells. You know, Santa Claus and ho 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 and mistletoe and presents to pretty girls. That's it!
Boy, are you stupid, Charlie Brown. What kind of tree is that?
You were supposed to pick a good tree. Can't you even tell a good tree from a poor one?
I told you he'd mess it up. You can't depend on him to do anything right.
You're hopeless, Charlie Brown.
Completely hopeless.
Rats. I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little treat. I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Sure, Charlie Brown, I can tell you what Christmas is all about. Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. But he said, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling cloths, and laying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly hosts praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
Linus is right. I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas. I'll take this little tree home and decorate it. And I'll show them it really will work in our play. First prize? Oh well, this commercial dog is not going to ruin my Christmas. I've killed it. Oh, everything I touch gets ruined.
I didn't think it was such bad. It's just kind of little. All I really
They lied and stole and smoked cigars, even the girls, and talked dirty and cussed their teachers, and took the name of the Lord in vain. And they set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken down tool house. It was a terrific fire with 2 fire engines and 2 police cars and all volunteer firemen and 5 dozen donuts sent up from the Tasty Lunch Diner. The donuts were supposed to be for the firemen, but by the time they got the fire out, they were all gone. The Herdmans got them. There were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogen, Leanne, Todd, Ollie, and Gladys.
You kids set fire to the tool house by smoking cigars.
We were smoking cigars.
And they went to the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. Oh, they're around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up, and whammy. So it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place. Sweet hour of prayer, because there are no herdmans there. Jesus loves us as they say, because he keeps them miles away. That's my little brother Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what was his favorite thing about church. Today the boys and girls are going to tell us what their favorite thing about church is.
My favorite thing about Sunday school is the good feeling I get when I go there.
Oh, Alice.
And I like learning songs about Jesus.
But Charlie said, no herdmans. And that made the Sunday school teacher mad because all the other children said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No herdmans. I'm sure there are many things Charlie likes about Sunday school. Maybe he'll tell you what some of them are. Well, Charlie dear.
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. All the other stuff about church is okay, but the main good thing about church is that the Herdmans aren't there. Ever.
Well, it's not a very Christian sentiment.
It's a very practical sentiment, Bob. Charlie was black and blue nearly all last year because he had to sit next to Leanne Herdman in school.
Is she the worst one, Leanne?
They're all the worst one.
Well, Ralph's the biggest, so when he gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast, and she's mean, and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way, Charlie.
Why?
No arguing this year about being in the Christmas pageant.
I'm not going to be a shepherd again.
Then tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Everybody's in it. Think how I feel sitting here on Christmas Eve if my own children weren't in it. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
No. Actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it always is. They could use my seat. I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
There's going to be something different this year, Bob.
What?
Charlie here is going to wear your bathrobe, aren't you, Charlie?
No way.
You just thought that up, Grace.
why are you being Joseph, Charlie? Elmer Hopkins will pay you a whole $1 to be Joseph. You see, Elmer's sick of being Joseph every single year just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
I'm always in the angel choir.
Well, why can't Charlie be an angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
Can't to each other.
No, I can't.
But from what I've heard in the past, that's not a serious drawback. Away in a manger always sounds to me like a closet full of lights.
What do you wear in the angel choir anyway?
Bedsheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe for the shepherds or a bedsheet for the angels. Come on, Beth, let's go watch TV.
Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to make this a lovely experience for everyone.
Oh, Mom. Mrs. Armstrong just wants to run things.
She's right, of course. You see, she directs the Christmas pageant and she's in charge of the Christmas bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon on Sundays if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Well, maybe she'll try to manage the hospital. Because that's where she is. I saw George at the drugstore and he told me his wife broke her leg this morning.
Lee, you're gonna have to calm down. Please stop shouting.
She'll be in traction for 2 weeks and laid up to the first of the year.
The first of the year? Well, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas?
Well, not exactly. I feel sorry for Helen, but who is going to do all those things, Bob? It's just such a person. You're like, what is she doing?
Yes, I'll take the bazaar, Edna. If you'll take the potluck supper. I don't know what in the world to do about the pageants. Unless, how about this?
Oh, I just can't, Edna. I've got company all Christmas week. How about Grace?
Oh, I'm
You
sorry,
know, I
the
got to
ski
be
trip and then
the
the country trip program, it's just a full house.
Sure,
Unless,
I don't know.
how about Grace?
Hello?
Hello? Grace? Bob?
What?
I get to direct the Christmas pageant.
Does that mean I have to go?
Christmas pageant isn't exactly what you call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong's breaking her leg is the only unexpected thing that's ever happened to it. It's always the same old Christmas story and the same old carols and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Now I tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a chance. Here's what I always do. I always start with Mary, and I tell you must choose our Mary carefully because Mary is the mother of Jesus.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, and then I tell them about Joseph, how he was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's why I play him. Frankly, I never spend much time with Joseph because it's always Elmer Hopkins and he knows all about Mary and Joseph. But I do tell them about
She was in traction. How could she talk on the phone if she's in traction?
Well, what do you think traction is?
Like when they put you to sleep?
No such luck. We need salt and pepper and napkins.
And I tell them there are no small parts, only small actors. Remind the angel choir not to stare at the audience. Don't let them wear high heels or chunky shoes. I just hope you don't have too many baby angels, Grace, because they're your biggest problem.
You'll leave some for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie? How can you let her do that to you day after day?
I don't know. How can I stop her?
Here's chicken!
Grace, where's the chicken?
It's in the oven, Bob.
You'll have to get someone to push the baby angels on, otherwise they'll get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that, and he could keep an eye on the shepherds, too. Oh, and another thing about the angel choir. Don't let them wear lipstick. They think that because of it's a play. They can wear things like that. But it always looks terrible, so don't let them. I tell them, think, children, was there lipstick in Bethlehem? No, there wasn't. So Ellen, is there someone at my door? I must go. To cut them off, and then you can't. Someone at my door. Ellen, I'll talk to you later.
Could you give me some supper? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
What are you doing outside? What are the neighbors going to think? What are you up to? You're making such a scene.
I was very lonely at the table.
Well, apparently Helen Armstrong was very lonely in the hospital, dear.
Not as long as the telephones are working.
I bet she told you about no small parts, only small acts.
And about getting someone to push the baby angels on. And make the shepherd shut up.
She suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Hello? And Grace, don't use just anybody's baby for Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get two if you can. And then if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch them.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said that Mrs. Armstrong was stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think up problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, my mother didn't count on the Herdmans. That was Charlie's fault.
You know what would be hilarious? If a fireman gave me my lunch. Well, you know that.
Life is short. Dessert first.
Is that edible? You know, you give me back my lunch, man. Sure kick here. You stole my dessert again.
How do you know?
'Cause it isn't there.
What was it?
A Twinkie.
That's right. That's what it was.
You know what, Leanne? You think it's so great to steal my dessert all the time. And you know what? I don't care if you steal my dessert anymore. I'll even give you my dessert. I get all the dessert I want in Sunday school.
What kind of desserts?
All kinds. Chocolate cake, candy bars, cookies, and Twinkies and Big Wheels. We get refreshments all the time. All we want.
You're a liar.
And ice cream, and donuts, and cupcakes, and the minister.
Why? Is he crazy?
No, I think he's rich.
Sunday school, huh?
That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, there they were, the very next Sunday in Sunday school. Praying time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant?
Like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly it's about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably. I know the part.
We are not talking about the ball anymore. Change your subject. Change the subject. No more ball. Down with the ball.
Good morning, boys and girls. Now let's all have a seat. Come on, Ben. Charlie and David. Sit down. Now, this won't take very long. You'll just settle down. Today we're going to decide who'll play the main roles in our Christmas pageant. But of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always says. There are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what she always says?
Well, that's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Well, don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means that the short kids have to stand in the front row of the baby angel choir, or else no one can see them.
No, what it really means is that the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means that the short kids have to stand in the front row.
Yes. Everyone's important! Mary, Joseph, Jesus, and the baby angels. Now, is everyone here? Beverly, will you step out into the hall and see if anyone else is coming? All right. You young children will be our baby angels, so please remind your parents that you'll need white bed sheets. And the rest of you will be in our angel course, so you'll need white bed sheets and a new bathrobes. And what is the matter now? Well, let's make some room for the Hermans. What happened to Beverly?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Did she say she was sick?
All I did was I just said, "Hi, Beverly," and she just left.
Oh, I see. Well, will someone please remind
I'll
Beverly
get
about
her.
the rehearsals the next 4 Wednesdays after school?
Well, what if we get sick?
You won't be sick, Elmer, and Mary and Joseph must absolutely be at every rehearsal.
Well, what if they get sick?
They won't get sick either, Elmer!
Well, Beverly got sick and we haven't even started yet.
We don't know that Beverly got sick! Now, I want you all to think about Mary. We all know what kind of a girl Mary was. She was kind and gentle and kind. And the girl who would like to play that part should try to be that kind of person. Now, who would like to volunteer for that role? Imogen, do you have a question?
No, I want to be Mary. And Ralph over there wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll just write that down and then we'll decide who'll play the parts later. Ralph, Ferdinand. Any other volunteers for Joseph? Elmer, didn't you raise your hand?
No.
Just raise your hand. Any of you shepherds? Very well then. Ralph Herdman will be our Joseph. And Imogen here wants to be our Mary. I'll just write that one down too. Any other names I can add to the list? Janet, Roberta, Alice. Don't you want to be Mary?
No, I don't want to.
I'll be Mary. Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You be a wise man.
Well, the wise men are usually poor.
I'll be a wise man. I'll be a wise man too. Claude, you want to be a wise man?
What's a wise man? Just raise your hand.
What's that to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
It's the angel of the Lord who appears to the shepherds. There we do have some volunteers. Well, we do want to be a wise man.
No, I just want to say I can't be a shepherd. I'm going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
I just remembered.
My mom doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Why not?
I don't know. She just said, don't be a shepherd. I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh, now what's wrong with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Why, Gladys Herman isn't going to meet anybody. The angel of the Lord just appears to the shepherds and tells them where Jesus is.
It hits them.
Elmer, that's ridiculous. I don't want to hear another word about it. No shepherds may quit or get sick. Now that's all for today, boys and girls. And you can go. Everyone here and sit, sweetie. Alice. Alice, why in the world did you not raise your hand?
I don't know.
tube. He's got something growing down there.
They need to take Ollie to the hospital, put him under, and dig the sprouted pussy hole out of his ear.
Jane, Edgar McCarthy, did you hear about that? No. Well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else would the six of them end up in a Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Meryl, I'm a slow cook. I just heard that Imogen Herdman is going to be marrying the Christmas pageant. And is that a fact? All six of them. Vera, I live next door to that outfit and Bradley live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogen Herdman! What kind of child is that to play man in the mother? Jesus! Where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know? He was what? Visiting shut-ins? Well, I'm shut-in, and he wasn't visiting me!
I said, why don't you let them hand out programs at the door? Grace said we never have programs for a Christmas pageant, but I said,
Better nail down the church and lock up the silver service and hide the collection plates before they clean them out.
What was the matter with Grace? Couldn't you have sent them away? Told them to go home? Oh, I feel so responsible. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Well, let me tell you, Bob.
Don't tell me. I'm on your side. Over there.
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman in the world who can run a Christmas pageant. I made up my mind to do the best I could under the circumstances. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make this the best Christmas pageant ever, and I'm going to have to do it with the Herdmans. After all, they were the only ones that raised their hand, and nobody else did. So what do I?
Good for you, Grace. The car's over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does that mean...
You have to go. The car's over here. All right, now everyone have a seat. Now I will tell you one more time. The inn is back here off stage, and the shepherds will come in together on the manger.
Where all the shepherds come from anyway? What's an inn? It's like a motel where people go to spend the night. What people? Jesus?
Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there.
Why?
To pay their taxes. At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up. I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning.
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Imogen, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is, so I guess I'd better read it to you.
I don't believe that, do you? That they never heard the Christmas story? Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is. And they've never gone to church in their whole lives till your dumb brother had to tell them that we got refreshments. Now he has to waste all this time for nothing.
All right now. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up with Mary, his wife, who was great with child.
Pregnant! She was pregnant!
All right, now we know that Mary was pregnant. And while they were there, the days came to pass that she should be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it's very nice to call Mary pregnant.
Well, she was.
I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to be talking about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in the manger because there's no room for them in the inn.
No room in the inn. They didn't have room for Jesus.
Well, they didn't know that the baby was going to be Jesus in the beginning.
Well, didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was the matter with Joseph? Him not telling him? Her pregnant and everything. What's a manger? Some kind of bed.
Well, they didn't exactly have a bed in a barn, so Mary had to do the best she could with what she had. What would you do if you had a new baby and no place to put the baby?
We put Gladys in a bureau drawer.
time he was sitting in, he wouldn't get out. He didn't like Gladys very much.
Hey,
remember he didn't like Gladys?
That was pretty smart of Ollie, not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Anyways, a manger is a large money feeding trough used for animals.
What were the wadded clothes?
So what?
It said in there she wrapped them in wadded up clothes.
Swaddling clothes. Back then, people used to wrap up babies in big pieces of material to make them feel cozy.
You mean they tied them up and put them in a feed box? Where was the child welfare?
The child welfare's at our house every 5 minutes.
Oh, lovely.
There was no child welfare in Bethlehem.
I'll say there wasn't. And while they were there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of
Shazam! I look like man with horrible and mighty
Gladys,
marvel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The mighty marvel and amazing comments. I look like man.
This is the angel of the Lord who appears to the shepherds.
I don't know her, right? In the Black Knight, right?
Well, I guess, in a way.
Shazam!
And when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
Special things, spices and precious oil.
Oil? What kind of a present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare. Were they the welfare of the wise men?
No, they were kings, but they were
Well, it's about time somebody important showed up. Now they can get the baby out of the barn and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
No, these kings, they were sent by Herod. Well, he was the main king. So he sent them to go find Jesus and have him put to death.
Put to death? He just got born. They're gonna kill a baby.
Who's Herod in this play?
Herod isn't in this play.
He's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play.